We've wired an outside socket. Look at the state of that hole. It's blown it out. But this new BG socket will cover it lovely and neat. So let's get it out of the box, have a little look. I like these sockets because they've got a see-through cover on the front, and you can see them little LEDs so you can tell when they're on or off. So let's drill some holes in the back to get it fixed to the wall. And this is a little 5.5 little drill bit. We're just drilling out the plastic so we can actually fix the screws, well, mark the screws to start with. I've got my raw plugs out there ready, as you can tell. And I like to put all 4 fixtures in, and obviously there's a hole in the middle for the cable to come through. Spins the box. Get it level before we mark the holes, because the last thing you want is it to be wonky. It'll look rubbish. So we'll get it level, and then get your pen out, especially little pens that go through the little holes, and yet mark out where the holes are going to go, where you're going to drill your holes, basically. All 4 of them, because then you never know what's going to get hit outside. So I like to do a good fixing with all 4 holes. And with this one, I didn't bother getting the SDS out, so I just used my normal drill on hammer with a 6mm bit in it, so I could just drill a 6mm hole to get my red plugs in to fix the socket. And as you can see, these bricks, it weren't too hard. It's not Kettering brick. So yeah, I didn't really need my SDS. So I just drilled the holes perfectly for the socket to be fixed to the wall. And of course, you saw the red plugs earlier. I had them ready for this. So yeah, just put them inside the hole, ready to stick your box on the wall. But of course, before that, seal the hole up. You don't want any moisture or water getting in there. So obviously I want to seal the hole up, so when I fix the socket back, it's not going to get any water in there, or any spiders coming over, or any slugs even. Slugs get in these outside. So you want to seal it to make sure nothing gets inside that socket, because an RCD will trip if anything gets in there. Once I've got that level, start tightening the screws up. Get it nice, fixed, back, nice and sharp. Then all we've got to do is terminate the cable. This is a 2.5 cable, and yes, I'm using the same cutters that I had in the previous video that I blow a hole in, but I like using them and they're quite good. And because this is just one cable going into the socket, when I terminate it, I'm going to twist the ends over. So obviously it makes it a better connection inside the termination of the socket. And in these pliers, I've got a nice little groove in there where you can just squeeze them over, nice and neat. So just fix into the termination a lot easier when they're nice and tight. Now to put this BG socket back on, and unlike the old ones, you haven't got them 4 stupid screws that you lose with the little caps. You've got this basically just like a whisker box, twist and lock. They're spot on. I love these sockets a lot more, and I just think they're the best on the market, these BG sockets, so I use them all the time. So then once that circuit's tested and you know it's safe, just do a last little functional test. Look at that. You can clip them easily because they're waterproof little bits in there. So when you shut the plug inside, that plug's waterproof. So now what I want to do is plug my tester into it, turn it on obviously, and there we go. We've got 240 volts, and live, earth and neutral are all correct. But also check the other socket, because sometimes you do get a socket with one not working. So just to make sure, stick it in the other one as well. While you're there, it takes you 30 seconds and the RCD trips. Spot on.